Hong car, Hong North Grumpy Butt car. 346 moved up a spot. I can only read my notes, and I'm not looking at the screen to see what car that is. If I had a brain, I would know. 67 moved up a position. Car number 325 moved up a position.
I've got the stream actually working on YouTube.
Car number 195 moved up a position.
I don't know what's going on.
Car number 219, just 15 minutes or 20 minutes ago, dropped down 4 positions. So they are currently shown running in 9th, where 20 minutes prior they were running in 5th. The other change that's happened, car number 146, that's Chris Huggins, moved up a spot. The 111 car, that would be the RVA graphics and wrap car, moved up a spot. And team 199, that would be the 199. Did I say? Yeah, 199. That'd be the Bill Riley car, dropped 2 spots. So there's some shakeups in the top 15s. Besides the obvious race that we're watching, and we've talked about him all night. Simon says, we pretty much wrote them off.
You did.
I did. Well, I mean, we talked about what a formidable task they had. I'd never in my wildest dreams would believe they would finish on the podium. Looks like we're under a full course yellow.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing the stream that's up in public view under live chat. It shows that it's there. No, it's not live chat. That's just it's just not where it normally is, but it is broadcasting. So I don't know. It's been a strange situation with it was fine for all these hours, and now suddenly it's acting wacky. So it's probably my computer.
Speaking of wacky,
mobile Facebook fine, desktop not so much. Okay.
I'm on my laptop, seems to be fine. What I show up on screen right now is the race hero list.
All right. Well, what we're going to do, folks, since we're under yellow, we're going to break this Facebook stream and come right back. We'll relaunch because we're coming up against a time limit here. So
wait.
We're going to do that, and then we'll be right back. Folks, thanks for tuning in. Please rejoin here. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. Stick with us. You are watching the ChumpCar World Series broadcast, ChumpCast Live.
You need anything? Coffee?
No, not yet.
A biscuit?
I could probably use a biscuit.
Okay, I'm going to run over and get a which kind of biscuit?
I don't care. Egg, or is it still breakfast over there?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Oh, well.
Bacon, egg, and cheese or something.
I didn't.
We can send the young lady.
What? No, I'm not going to send Lizzie. She's far more important.
You are watching the ChumpCar World Series broadcast, ChumpCast Live. All right, folks, we're back here live at Virginia International Raceway for the ChumpCar Lifeline 24-hour classic at VIR. Presented by Lifeline Fire and Security Systems, champions of safety.
Paul, you're not streaming
to what?
To YouTube. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, it actually is up there, but I had to go through New Stream, and then it shows up there.
When we come back.
Okay.
Yeah, when I just try to go through that.
You brought me the beer.
There's 2. There's a ChumpCar World Series live stream.
Our official here.
Okay.
I want to clarify. Man, that's a bummer.
Roller coaster. I
don't know why it's doing that. Hey, thanks, folks, for joining us back here on Facebook. Whew. We're beat. We are ready to call it a day, but not just yet. We still have 30 minutes left in this race, and then we've got the impound, which is called Park for May. We've also got the award ceremony to hit. We're full course caution right now. VIR doesn't do hot polls, so we gotta let them do what they need to do so we can get back to racing here. Thanks for joining me, Andy, Jerry. Good to see ya. Yep. RVA Graphics and Wraps up in 13th spot right now. We'll take a look at that running order as we're under yellow here. So it's R Bank Racing out front, then Bimmerline, Simon Says in third, Hong North Grumpy Butt in fourth, Foxy Tires in fifth, SRI Racing, the number 67 car, in sixth, Team Troxel in seventh, R Bank in eighth, KNS Brakes in ninth, Bad Brains Racing in 10th, Ambrose Racing in 11th, Huggins Racing in 12th, RVA Graphics and Wraps in 13th, 14 is Boom Pow Surprise, 15th is Raver Motorsport Endurance, Everything Incredible in 16th, Red Rooster Racing in 17th, Motorsport PB in 18th, Schumacher Taxi in 19th, BBY Racing in 20th, RRT Racing in 21st, the 218 car, Speed Concepts, the 414 car, in 22nd, Silver Star Motorsports in 23rd, Racing for Heroes in 24th, Hugh Jass in 25th. They're not circulating right now. Hopefully those guys are doing all right. Chigger Racing in 26th, HMS Motorsport in 27th, Junction Neo in 28th, Chandler School in 29th, Wynham and Dynam in 30th, the SRI Racing Team Car number 68 in 31st, John Allen Special Datsun in 32nd, A Senna Driving School BMW in 33rd, Morver Racing in 34th, Rotary Racing in 35th, Poor Boys Racing in 36th, Pirate Racing in 37th, Never Start Racing in 38th, Tau Racing in 39th, and Tooth Autosport in 40th spot. If you want to find more about following your favorite teams, you can do so at racehero.io.
Yep.
Have everybody, if you're on the YouTube stream, please refresh your screen, or on the ChumpCar live page, please refresh your screen. God, my mind is not working right now.
Yeah, you have to use your real name.
Right.
I'm going to show up as Richard.
Yeah, when I get tired, I can't do anything. I'm a mess. I don't know how you guys are still functioning at all. On board with the Simon Says team. Yeah, things are getting cozy with the BBY team. You can see they actually got this car running pretty strong. And there's a lot of traffic heading down here as they head up into the in through Oak Tree. Sorry about that we have to keep breaking away, folks. I've been coming back to you from some of our technical glitches, and Facebook just has a weird 4-hour limit thing, so we have to rejoin. I think it's either 4 hours or 2 hours or whatever it is. I thought it was 240 minutes, but it seems like we've had to do it more often than that. So this should carry us throughout the rest of the event, so we shouldn't have to keep breaking away like that. So thanks for joining us. I'm Paul Veltum, your host, with Doc Waldrop and Bill Strong. Your color commentators for this race.
Hey, Paul, you got me?
Yeah, what's up?
I got some kind of heartbreaking news here. Those
It has
nice
to do
guys.
with Jazz. Yeah.
Yep.
Jazz.
Jazz just came up. Alex came up to talk to me. He said, look, guys, he said, I got some bad news. We're leading our class. I don't know exactly when this happened. We were leading a class by 3 laps. We were going to win this thing. He said our rear diff went.
Oh.
Where'd it go?
It went, meaning it broke, Bill, kind of like one of your hubs. So that's heartbreak. So I said, man, and in your first race? He says, no. He said, this is our second race.
Oh.
You know, and he probably told me this. I've forgotten a lot of things. And I said, so how was your first race? He said, broke the car with like 15 minutes to go.
Oh.
So he asked me to, when we were on a break, I think you and Bill were talking about how to run this clown show that I'm happy to be a part of. He said he wanted to give a shout out to Chester Muffler and Brake, which helped them get here to come racing with us. And he also wanted to give a shout out, and this is he came up here. We talked earlier, right after you came back, I think, on air, and then I completely usurped your producer status. We talked about iRacing, and he wanted to talk about and thank them for getting them here. So I said, I will make sure that happens, my friend.
Yeah, no, you didn't mess
There you
anything
go.
up.
I mean, that's heartbreak.
I'm glad you did that. But yeah, that's tough for those guys. And Joey Bradley on from Bradley Bunch Racing is curious, and I guess this is good thing to check into as RVA Graphics just goes by our in-car camera. Wondering how many cars are left in this race. Do you have any guesstimate?
Yeah, let me go look.
Thanks, Doc. Appreciate that. So
I'm
he's
just
going to check into that.
Rest my head against the microphone.
I'm going to say it's around 40.
Face may hit the desk.
There's the 851 car, just drivers left as they're heading down into the roller coaster here. Pretty cool we get to drive at these amazing racetracks that you see on TV all the time. Hey, thanks for joining us, everybody, on Facebook Live. We appreciate you doing that. Please share our feed so that other people can enjoy the end of the race here. We still have a couple cameras working, in-car cameras. We've got a really nice camera looking over, Logitech camera looking over Oak Tree. I'll get it out. So you can see how beautiful it is out there, how well taken care of the grounds are. As head down from South Bend into turn 11 of Oak Tree and around 12. See one of the drivers getting way out wide there. And that looks like R Bank Racing there, our current leader, coming through. So if you're just joining us, we'll go through the running order real quick. You can see at least the top 10 there. You have it. R Bank Racing leading the way with 5 laps up on Bimmerline. Simon Says in third. Hong North Grumpy Butt in fourth. Foxy Tires in fifth. SRI Racing, the number 67 car, in sixth. 325 Team Troxel in seventh. KNS Brakes in eighth. The other R Bank Racing entry, the number 195 car, is in ninth. Bad Brains Racing in 10th. Then it's Embrose and Huggins Racing in 12th. Yeah, our bank has been strong throughout this race. They were down in about 4th or 5th spot with Jerry, and they were so far back it just didn't look like they would really be able to get up there. And then there were some changes. Team Blitzvinning that was so strong at the beginning of this race. There was an on-track incident that was deemed to be just a racing incident, but unfortunately it broke the car. So they're out. They had some kind of differential problem possibly. That's what
Paul,
we're guessing. Yes.
You got me?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, I just ran over to timing and scoring. I actually know where to look on their screen. How many 98 cars started? We had officially 100, but 2 cars didn't turn any laps. How many cars do you think, with the caveat that some of the cars are going to come back onto the track to say they finished? How many cars do you think we got still circulating?
42.
Oh, you are wrong, my friend. 55.
Wow.
That's a better finish percentage, I think, than Lamar or Daytona.
Yeah, I thought we were under that. I thought we were under 50 earlier.
We were hovering around 48 or so, but I don't know.
Cool.
Bill and I were talking that, you know, some of these cars, they're the walking wounded, as it were. They're back there fixing the car, but they don't want to risk sending a rod through the block. Maybe the car is overheated. So we figured maybe a couple of cars would start showing back up on track to run the last.
Yeah. So you say what, 52?
55.
That's great. I kind of sound like Owen Wilson there. That's great. Oh, hey, wow. Oh,
Okay.
that's great.
Many hours ago, I walked down pit row a little earlier, and I joked about the difficulty of the race, and I only saw one totally destroyed easy up.
We haven't had the wind that we're usually having, so
Oh,
Yeah.
I beg to differ. When
Really?
we have heavy rain, the American flag, and it's a pretty big size flag, was straight out.
Yeah, somebody's asking, where is the audio commentary? Well, they're asking from Racecast, where we used to broadcast a long time ago. So I'll send them a message. TA.
We've all fell asleep.
Yeah. You don't want to hear it. Gosh, you heard the same. We tell the same stories for 23 hours. I don't know where your Canon deal
I got it back
was right here.
Yeah, I got it right here.
I was hoping I'd run across it when I was looking for my brain.
Wishing all the drivers good luck from South Florida. Sounds like a nice place to be right now. I could go for some of that. Thanks, Marissa.
No, it's hotter there, trust me.
No, I could go for that. I need a little bit of hot.
It was really nice.
I need some hot weather in my life.
You walk like 300 yards in from the beach. It was hot.
Yeah, so Simon says, though, yeah, Arbank Racing started out in a good spot. They've been strong throughout the race, and they've worked their way up to a commanding lead in the race. But Simon says has really done some amazing driving. Those guys, I started getting that feeling. Remember when we were talking about them, I said, oh, man, I don't know. I don't think their race is done. And then just before we parted ways last night, around 8 o'clock, I started thinking, maybe I'm going to eat my words here, because they were up into 26th spot, and there was, 16 hours of racing left. Oh, man, maybe these guys are going to make it up into the top 10. They could do that. And here they find themselves in P3 with about 20 minutes left in this race.
This race ain't over yet.
No, this is a great story, though. That's really, really an accomplishment. They've got to be really, really pleased with this finish. Although I know they're here to win, and they got to be happy with the way things turned out. As dark and gloomy as it looked about 23 hours ago. Well, stick with us, folks. For the station break, we'll be right back.
You are watching the ChumpCar World Series broadcast, ChumpCast Live.
Yeah, it's the ChumpCar Lifeline 24-hour classic at VIR, presented by Lifeline Fire and Safety Systems, champions of safety. And you can check out all the products they offer at lifeline-fire.com. Look for I know that Bimmer World is a supplier. They've got Pegasus, Pelicans probably a supplier. Arbankracing.com is a supplier. So there's many different resources you can use to get those products. Also, DiscoveryParts.com is our A-class sponsor, and Maxxis Tires, one of our sponsors as a tire sponsor. We've also got sponsors such as Willwood Disc Brakes. We've got Cool Shirts, RVA Graphics and Wraps, OMP, Logitech, and K-Bar Soap. We appreciate all those guys.
Oops, I'm sorry, I jumped on you.
No, you're fine. I'm seeing
Again,
Simon
I'm talking
Says
to keep
is
myself awake.
doing some waving in the cockpit, so we may be going back to yellow. Not sure here. Nope. No, he's passing. Okay, I'm sorry, Doc.
No, I interrupted you, my friend.
What's
I'm
in your
looking
head?
at the Facebook feed. I just refreshed it. We have 49 folks watching right now.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, Dan Warner commented, "What a bummer for Hugh Jass," and I couldn't agree. A nicer bunch of guys. Well, everybody's great people in ChumpCar, but these guys, look. When they came up and talked to us, I want you to know, Paul, they are pitted hell and gone from us. It took me about a week to make it down to the end of pit row, and they walked down. Not only one of them, but after we talked to Alex, another one of their teammates, guys, and he looked at me. I'm sitting over in time and scoring, getting that how many cars are still running info, and he looks at me and says, "Man, I got some bad news." And I went, "Dude, Alex just came and talked to us."
Well, it's great of them to come down and talk to us. We appreciate that. We love hearing from the teams. You know, that's really what this is about. It's about bringing all these great stories, you know, so that everybody knows what's going on. It's great.
Okay, so I got a request here, folks. We got 48 people watching, and we only have 5 shares. Would you please share us to make sure, you know, maybe we move up in Facebook's esteem, and we get a longer amount to be on publishing in Facebook before we have to refresh. It's one less thing that we may have to do, and folks, we got a lot to do here.
Yeah,
so,
it really helps in the analytics.
Yeah.
It helps in the
so please come on, y'all.
Their math.
I mean, my God, it's not like we're asking you to do anything but hit the share button. So Bill is all suited up. He looks like some sort of ninja commando. He's fiddling with buttons. He's got stuff all hung off of him. I think he wants to do a mic check with you.
Okay, I just muted it because it was making a bunch of noise. All right, the mic is open.
Mic is open
on the bridge. So yeah, folks. So stay with. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live for the remainder of our feed. We're just about 16 minutes away, as you can see from the close of the race. So prop your phone up on the table, or you got people watching us on their Roku or on their TV sets. You know,
give us a share.
Give us a share.
Give us a share.
That helps out too. Keeps the Facebook
we're asking you to walk down to
math.
The end of okay.
Puts us up in the rankings so everybody can see us.
Music.
Okay, I think he muted himself. What's that?
Bill said he hears music and it's not coming from him. I'm not singing.
I think he really needs some more rest. That's really what it is.
No, really, he's kind of starting to panic. He wants to get down to pit row.
I can't help him with that. I'm not piping any music out.
So we're not playing any music, Bill.
I don't know what he's talking about. Thanks, Jerry, for sharing us. Appreciate it.
Jerry, you're the man. Bill's testing.
He's got his mic muted. I'll unmute him here.
Okay, he's gonna try something, Bill.
I don't have him.
We don't have you, Bill.
Test.
Yeah, we got you, Bill. Crank it up.
We got you. Crank it up.
So Bill's getting his microphone.
Test.
Yeah, that's good.
He's headed down to pit row.
Excellent.
We got what, 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, we got 14 minutes here. So he's heading down to pit road. That's so that he can engage in the driver's interviews. So let's take a look at that running order, because these are the people we're going to be talking to if everything holds true.
We had 2 positions change hands in the last couple of minutes.
Yes, it looks like we've got, R-Bank Racing leading the way. We've got Bimmerline in second, Simon Says in third, Hong North Grumpy Butt in fourth. Right now in P5, it's Foxy Tires. In P6, it's the number 67 SRI Racing Team. In seventh, hold on just a second, I'll cut that. There we go. Team Troxel in seventh, K&S in eighth, R-Bank in ninth, Bad Brains in 10th. And Bill is heading down now to get ready for those cars as they come in after they take the checker. We got to get to the checker first. We still got 13 minutes to go. So thanks for joining us on Facebook Live, folks, YouTube, and our company website, ChumpCar.com/live. Thanks for your comments and your questions this weekend. It's been great. We appreciate you joining us. So please like and share. Please share our feed, if you will, with Facebook, so that other people can enjoy the broadcast and get a chance to see it. Doesn't get buried in the rankings.
Come on, your friends want to know what you're doing on a beautiful Sunday.
I'm having Dan move the location of whatever the heck we call it at the end of the race here.
Impound.
Yeah, impound. We're going to move it up further so I have access to the cell system.
All right, buddy. That sounds great. Yeah, we had a little bit of dropout issues as we were doing some interviews down there, so we got a chance to get a feel for how well it was working. So we're just going to relocate some things down there. They won't know any difference, and it'll just help us out so we can bring you those interviews, which is a lot of fun. I'm glad that Bill does that. It's really great to get a chance to hear from everybody and get a feel for what it's like to conquer a race like this and come out on the other side of it successful. I really want to hear what Simon Says has to say, and I know Robin Bank is going to be over the moon having won this race finally. This is a big deal for those guys.
Hey, Paul, I want to interject something real quick. We had, 48, 50 people watching. We were at like 5 shares. We are up to 32 shares.
Oh, awesome.
So thank you all that took a minute to lift either your left index finger or your right index finger to hit that share button. And hopefully we've entertained you.
Definitely. There's Simon Says just up in front of the BBY Racing Team car. And Simon Says right here just in front. So we're watching these two nose to tail. These are the only two in-car cameras that we have right now. So it's about all we got. But we're gonna run with it.
We're sticking with it. That's
They've
our
been
story.
faithful.
We're sticking to it.
And we appreciate them. We appreciate them. By the way, if you'd like to be a part of the broadcast as one of our in-car cameras, you can do so by getting a hold of Bill by email, and he can get you some information on that. bill.strong@chumpcar.com, bill.strong@chumpcar.com, and he can help you and get a setup like this.
I'm going to take a real quick break, Paul.
All right. Don't blink, don't breathe.
I have to go for a bio break.
All right. Well, hey, by the way, everybody, if you're still with us, those of you that are with us here, one of the things that's happened this week, and it's really cool, you see this BMW that's just up ahead with the multicolors. That is the NBC Drive team. So if you haven't seen NBC Drive, it's kind of like a Top Gear channel, kind of a show, rather. And so NBC is here this weekend piloting that BMW in this ChumpCar race. And they're doing their own filming, their own recording, and their own thing for their show. So it's pretty cool. I'll have to be watching for that. Yeah, they took out some buckets and painted the thing. There's some reasoning behind that. It's some kind of a traditional thing, but I'm not that schooled to be able to tell you what it is, but Doc knows about it. So he just made the pass. And waving off. So they might be under yellow, heading under yellow here again. As Simon Says, heads down through the roller coaster, down into Hog Pen. Just 9 minutes remain in this race, folks. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You are watching the ChumpCar World Series broadcast, ChumpCast Live.
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining us on ChumpCast Live. This is the ChumpCar Lifeline 24-hour classic at VIR, presented by Lifeline Fire and Safety Systems, champions of safety. You can check out all the Lifeline products at lifeline-fire.com. BMW Art Car, Le Mans, says Steve. That sounds like what he had told me before, so thanks for bringing that out, Steve. Appreciate that. That's in reference to the paint scheme that's up on the NBC car. We'll be heading down to the pits here just after green flag. Let me check and see. Yeah, check this out. We I've got a camera down here. Bill's got a camera. So that's Bill standing in front of his own camera, taking pictures as the cars come by, while we have our camera trained on the start-finish line, the tower there. I guess we got somebody else holding the camera for him. That's good. Yeah, the NBC car was kind of thrown together, you could tell, but they looks like they're having fun with it. It's a typical Chump car. It's a typical Chump car for sure. So inside the Simon Says machine, taking a quick drink as he gets down towards the end of the race. I do the same thing too. I'll usually save that drink until I get to the last 20 minutes, half hour or so, and then I'll start hitting it pretty hard to make sure I'm not going to have a problem. Which, you know, you rarely do. But there's a car off course just at driver's left, and we'll keep track here. Man, if that's our bank, I'll tell you, that would be devastating. It was dark. I don't think it was our bank. It looked a little bit more
Paul,
like
do
the
you have
Tuith
me?
guy. Yes, I do.
Hey, let me know when Simon's coming up, okay?
There he goes.
Well,
He just
went
went by you. He just split two cars right down the middle.
Yeah, I got it. I'm in a position where I can't really see him coming down the hill here. I want to get him in the flag, so
Copy.
just let me know when he's coming down the hill.
All right, will do. I got a little bit of a delay, so I'll give you a preempt to know when he's coming. So let's take a look here. We got, see if we can keep track of what's going on. There's a Tuith, a little bit of a lockup, almost some contact in the BBY machine there. Manages to stay out of trouble. Just got to be a little bit too much traffic down there going into that corner.
It's a lot easier to see the front straight now. A lot of teams have packed up their easy ups with no chance of rain. All the fuel jugs have disappeared. We don't need any gas now.
Yeah, Sam, actually...
Hey, guys, don't discuss the drive car's positioning afterwards, please.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Sam, we weren't really talking about announcers that we're needing. What we need is help with supporting us with information from the tower. So if you would be interested in that, that's really what we're looking for.
Oh man, the 929 car just came behind pit wall into the paddock.
I may have somebody that can help us for Sebring. He's my driver that lives in South Florida. Actually lives in Orlando. So we might have that position filled already.
All right, so Simon Says is climbing the backstretch, heading up to roller coaster here.
I got him.
And I'm looking out over the roller coaster now. There's two cars in front of him, Bill, as he's heading down into the hog pen right now. So you, on delay, should be just about right in front of you.
There goes Simon Says pass, start finish.
Okay, you saw him.
Yeah,
So,
got it. Okay, let me know when our bank comes across.
that is going to be a little more difficult.
I've got a good eye on it. I'll call it.
Okay. I'm going to keep an eye on the feed that's coming out of Oak Tree. That might help. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate the attaboy. Yeah, we'll try to bring you as much information as we have as we get it. Well, hard to believe this race is almost over. About 3 minutes remaining.
There goes the 90 car. All right.
One lap to go. One lap to go.
Give me a signal. All the teams are allowed to go out to the arm code that separates pit row from the actual racing surface. So, and it was like the Oklahoma land rush. People running out there.
I'm seeing a white flag being waved. There may be an emergency vehicle on track for this final lap here at VIR.
White flag for one lap to go.
We don't do that in ChumpCar, do we? I think that's for an emergency vehicle, but
surely not.
I wouldn't think so. They would be doing they wouldn't do this. They would yellow the field. So we'll pay attention here to see what's going on. Thanks, Sam. We appreciate it. And thank you, Todd.
Yeah, they're using the white flag, which is cool. It's like NASCAR.
Yeah, but it might toss up some confusion. We don't use that.
I know.
We use that as an emergency vehicle only. Who's flagging this race?
I would assume, I don't know if
it's not us.
Is a full-time employee or a corner worker.
It's not us, yeah.
No, we don't flag the races.
Here comes Simon Says.
All right, Simon just went by.
Yep. So we're going to go back to the start-finish line here as they're going to see the checker flag here shortly. For Arbank Racing.
Coming up, I know about how many cars are in.
Okay.
You gotta let me know when he comes down here.
We can't see it. You're going to have to rely on Doc to help you. So the checker flag will be coming out here shortly.
Bill, he should be coming down the hill, I believe.
Yeah, I see the flagger reaching for the flag.
I think this is him in this group right there. Nope, not yet, I don't think. Here he is. No, that's 336. Dang, big line. It's also a black and red car. There he is.
So here comes that checkered flag. We're going to see that in the air in just a moment here, folks.
Yeah, we're in a little bit of delay. He's taking the checkered flag.
And there it is in the air. Arbank Racing takes the win at VIR for the Lifeline 24-hour Classic.
Dang, Paulie, how did you call that?
I don't know. I'm telling you, I got to go buy a lottery ticket.
You're psycho. Psychic.
So it's Arbank Racing, Dimmerline, Simon Says Racing.
Wake up, Paul.
Yeah. Hong Kong Northy Butt.
Grumpy butt. North butt? What does that mean?
Hong North Grumpy Butt in fourth. It's all coming apart now. Foxy Tires in fifth.
That ship sailed.
SRI Racing in sixth. The number 67 car. Team Troxel in seventh. If things hold together, which is not likely. K&S Brakes in eighth. Arbank Racing in ninth again with the number 195 car. And in P10, Bad Brains Racing. Man. So Arbank finally wins the VIR 24-hour race in ChumpCar. Simon Says, with a heroic effort, bringing themselves from 67th place up to third. Unbelievable.
And that whatever position, that wasn't their starting position, I don't believe. That was how many positions they had to make up when they had some trouble rather early in the race.
No, you're right, Doc. They started in 18th spot.
Jeez.
And finished third after that drop. So they climbed 15 spots since the beginning.
Yeah.
Here's the one that here's the winner, though, I think has the most climb positions. I always find this fascinating. It's Huggins Racing Team, Pinky's out, with 78 position climb from the start of the race.
Yeah, they had
Finishes-
some problems. They were off track for quite a while. I saw Chris; he was really disappointed. They had some sort of problem out on track. Had fallen down, certainly off of my radar, and then just they were turning in some unbelievably fast laps, very late in the race.
Yeah, Huggins ends up finishing the race in 11th place overall after all the drama and all the work they did, climbing 78 positions since green flag.
Okay, you got a second, Paul, so I can yak some? God,
Tons
no.
of time now.
All right, look, here's the deal. I'm looking at the best lap, and I'm going to look at the leader finish with 502 laps, right? So our 15th place car was in 466 laps. So I'm going to just point out the cars that turn their best lap after the 400.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
What's that?
The
What's that?
NBC car is limping in. They're just under the flag stand with a broken left rear tire.
A flat tire or a broken tire?
Can't tell if the rim is broken or if the tire is just flat.
I don't have time to even look up where they finished. So I don't think we're going to get to it because
The tire was dead.
I want to
Tire
point
was
out
shot.
something.
Go ahead.
Simon says their fastest lap of the race, lap 446. Hong North Racing, their fastest lap of the race, lap 403. Foxy Tires, fastest lap of the race, 432, lap 432. SRI Racing, they finished 490 laps, fastest lap, 487. Team Troxel Racing, that's a BMW, completed 489 laps. Their best lap, 473. KNS Brakes, they completed 488 laps. Their fastest lap, lap 464. Bad Brains Racing, the 210 of BMW, they completed 487 laps. Their best lap, lap 402. Those slackers, that was like, 80 laps ago. Gee. M Brothers Racing, they completed 483 laps. Their best lap, lap 461. And our last one, the last one that I keep accurate lap record accounts on, Team 15, we were with their in-car, Everything Incredible Racing. They completed 400 and, hang on, these numbers are small in my eye, 466. So they completed 466. Their best lap, 447.
Wow. That's crazy.
So ain't nobody out there just pedaling, logging laps.
And as the Simon driver pulls in, team giving him big thumbs up. That was a Herculean, can I say that? Herculean effort by the Simon Says team to come in third now. Yeah, I think they're pretty happy with that. Wow. So cars are rolling in now. Bill is down there on pit road. As cars come behind the wall.
Past, there's the Bad Brains car, number 30. Well, y'all can see this. You don't need me telling you what the car number is, for goodness sake. My boss, your boss, Bill's boss, everybody's boss, the boss of bosses, Mr. Chiswick, came by, got me off the air, and he said, at some point, we're going to do a volunteers and staff meeting. I think he just mentioned staff, but I bet you he wants these volunteers in. We're going to do a big group photo because you guys have no earthly idea how many people it takes to put this race on.
Cool. So there's the 414 coming through. All these cars have weathered this 24-hour race, and it's a pretty amazing effort. The 851, I believe that was, a Porsche. The 213 BMW comes behind the wall.
So, Paul, do you think you can handle the impound procedure, or did you cover it while I was off lollygagging around?
That would require me to be really responsible.
As opposed to me, I'd tell you who my money would be on.
So the impound procedure, the way it works is...
I'm going to check out real quick.
My version of it is that you can see Bill walking down what they do, and there's our overall winner, the number 90. It looks like a 98, but it's not. It's like a computerized 90 with the zero with the slash through it.
Yeah.
There's the Supra. There's the Simon Says machine. But yeah, the top 5 cars will be pulled in, and they're going to go up on jack stands. They're available for the teams to look at and scrutinize visually. They're not allowed to crawl under the cars or touch them. If you want something looked at in that detail, then that's something that Dan would take care of. For the opportunity to, there goes the Ford Focus. But it's for the opportunity for teams to look at them and any protest to take place. That's something that can be filed at that time. So the cars go up, tires come off for visual inspection, and I think a maximum wait time is like 30 minutes, but it doesn't usually take that long. Very rarely do we have protests, so this should go pretty smoothly. At that point, the race will be called official. Then they'll put the tires back on, drop the cars down, and they'll take the cars behind the wall and then meet in wherever the assigned location is for the awards ceremony. So what we typically do on our broadcast here is we just stick with it. There's no reason to break away because it doesn't take very long to get through this process to the awards ceremony. And it's going to be really awesome. This is the one where we're going to have for the first time, we're going to have some really nice watches that we're going to give away to the winners. And this is a big deal for R-Bank Racing. It's a big deal for Robin. He's never won the 24-hour race here. It's usually dominated by Simon Says, who finished 3rd here today. So for them to take the win, it's a big deal.
We lost him.
So we're down in the pits right now with Bill Strong, who's the media director for ChumpCar.
I've lost him. I've lost you guys, so...
And he's saying he's lost us. He can't hear me.
Matter. I've lost him. I've lost you guys, so...
But we've got him, so... If anybody's down there that can signal Bill, just let them know that we've got him. That's great.
All right. I don't know why he's playing rock music. All right. I hear you. Over
So
here.
that'll be commencing here shortly once the drivers are out of the cars and he has a chance to talk to him. So there's Robin sitting on the
All right, you guys ready?
on the pit wall there, just to the left.
All right, you guys ready?
We're going to listen in as he interviews the drivers and teams. Yeah, he's got to be really happy with this. This is a big deal.
All right, we're waiting for Robin to free up here. Robin? All right, we're waiting for Robin to free up here. Robin Banks, man.
Definitely the toughest. We have worked really hard over the years. Conditions. Definitely the toughest race that we have. That was a race that needed some conditions. I think I was telling you earlier, that was a really tough race. That was in racing, and as hardcore of a racer as you'll find. And I was like, man, I cannot believe they're not red flagging this race. So kudos to the organization for forcing us all to do things that put us outward zone. And we were outside of our comfort zone and hung in there, and so did all these other right behind us. And that was some amazing again, in the Bimmerline car, somebody is like Ayrton Senna reincarnated, because you shouldn't be able to keep up with a Saab in the rain. You know, foul weather is Saab weather, and this guy did it. Whoever you are, dude, like, we're not worthy. That was totally awesome. But I got to thank some of the guys shop, two in particular, that are racing their dirt modifieds, and they're the one this victory. Steven Denton from Denton Carpentry and Claude Hutchings from Tired Iron Repair. Those guys came together at the very end of the break. This car ready for with no hatched everything we needed and made it happen, and the thing just ran like a clock. Everybody saw it. So Stephen Denton and Claude Hutchings out there and all the families, this win is your guys. I know you're racing your modifieds and can't be in the summer, but you earned this one too, and this is the hardest race in ChumpCar. And you know, previous winners, I can't believe how resilient those guys are. The two offshoots and Jason's new team right there, and proud then to win this race.
So what was your feeling when the 80, I think it's 82, lost it here in the middle of the track, and then you took the...
Well, Blitz Vinning, man, we've been pitted near them, and we actually shared with them up at the VIR South race. One of those guys and other, and we kept like, and quite frankly, we wouldn't have had anything for them. We didn't have anything in reserve. We had, and I do feel bad for them. They ran a hell of a race too.
Drivers this weekend.
Right here with Squirrel. Nolan Rucco from Watkins Glen, New York. This is at Watkins Glen for the 2 wins. This is Jay Cooper from Domination and Rust Repair Incorporated in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This time, and his mom is watching, Mark Bennett. I'll give you his real name. Put it on the internet. But Mark Bennett from Cleveland, Ohio.
Well,
he disappears. You won't have film of him. So, but in case Mrs. Bennett is watching, man, Mark can drive. That's some amazing stuff. And we have Paul Cruz. Paul Cruz. Just 3 in a row at Laguna Seca in his DSM, and back-to-back is really hard to do.
Yes.
Amazingly hard to do. Simon Mistinikas was one of our winners, but he's not here. And then we had the machine, you remember, actually was our A in the other finished 9th. And what a tough race. And kudos to this guys. What kind to let that is amazing.
Well, he was sleeping.
And yeah, we're left is one of a kind. Dr. Mike Luizzo from Gainesville, Florida, was one of the drivers here in the car. Jerry, and I think that is his 4 win this year. Or is it third? I think third. So he's been mowing them down as well. Oh, no, actually, that's 4th. He was in both at Watkins Glen, and he drove number 4. He had never won a ChumpCar race up until this year, and now...
So it's the year of the banks. Where are you racing next?
What are we racing next? We are qualified. We weren't going to go to the Midwest Championship. Bad news for the Midwest. Brainerd qualified, Jerry, so I think Jerry's going to see a date with you guys. So that'll be fun. We enjoyed racing out there at Brainerd, by the way. There was no live coverage, but man, what a track. I know what he was. That Donnybrook now. Jerry loved that place. Yeah. So
we were in California.
I guess that. Yeah, you were racing with Paul, or out there with Paul. But Brainerd is a place it's worth going.
Yeah.
So some chips, but I think our next race is the revenge of Homeboy the Honda, be at Gingerman. I believe that's the next
Have you ever thought of going south?
You know, Kevin Smith, I know you are. Yeah. And he says he owns Sebring. He does. The fact of the matter is he does, but I haven't visited. So maybe because he's and they. Yep. So that in my pipe and smoking, Kevin.
Kevin, somebody up here has to be Kevin. So
Sebring is on our race. So many great race series. So many. We can't go to them all. But Sebring is on our radar. We've hit most of the bucket list tracks, so that one is rising to the top. We've got to go. And we have we have some Florida team, and I'm sure that we'd have a good time.
But it's not just Kevin. You got Philippe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know?
There's all kinds of the competition in the South. To me, South. It's amazing. Definitely the toughest.
Yep.
You know, to me, Daytona's my person, but this is the toughest.
Yeah. All right, Robin.
Thank you.
Congrats,
Thanks
guys.
for the
Good
interview.
win. Good. All right, let's get number 2. It's the Celica.
Celica Supra.
A super pipe thing.
The shine, man.
Hey, Bill. Thank you, man.
You know, I'm a Toyota man.
I know you are. You mentioned it last. You were having a good time talking to him all the time.
You got to. You got to be. Maybe whatever those BM things are.
There's BM, just another one right after it.
You know, Michelor. And
yeah.
Actually, there's no Miatas here. Interesting.
Exactly. That's a shame, you know. What else we got here?
So how did man, an
85 at that, yeah. At Road Atlanta, we came in 5th place. We did a little fuel work to it and got a little more range, so now we can run almost 2 hours. Puts us in the mix in these long. Do that before. We just had to make too many stops.
Well, you had the speed too.
Yeah, well, not in a straight line, but we go through the corners really fast. Yeah.
So cool. So who are you guys? Who are your drivers?
My drivers. We have Nabil Abishar. We have Steve Ulbrich, and my other guy went to go get the logbook because we're not used to being in pit lane.
I know.
In podium lane, you know?
Yeah, I know. I know that feeling.
Yeah. Maybe used to it if we keep doing this.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you do it with little tiny stock Toyota parts and
Yep.
you know,
I'll
these
tell you
guys
what,
up here with big stuff.
it's a GT car. I mean, from 1985. It's stout.
Yeah.
It's got the stock bearings from 1,000 race miles ago, and I don't replace spindles or anything.
It's funny when the magazines would test them back then. It was always be with the Camaros and the Mustangs, you know. But now the kids think they're sports cars nowadays. But it was a Grand Touring car.
It takes a lot of work to make them a sports car.
I know. I have a couple of them.
But it's been a evolution. This 13 races now, and it gets better and it gets better.
Who are your sponsors?
Sponsors, really?
Yeah.
Actually, MS3 Pro.
Yeah.
We have Just Track It. No runs Just Track It. We run Road Atlanta and AMP Wictus. And let's see, Max's Tires is always in the mix.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, TRD won't sponsor me.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. We keep trying.
I'm so proud of this man right here. Built the hell.
Mark Davis, that's our fourth.
So, where are you guys racing?
It will be AMP Championship.
You ever think about going down to Sebring?
I thought about going to Sebring. It's on Atlanta.
Yeah, it's almost as long as from California to here.
Me either.
Yeah, it's a long tow, but I love it. It's well worth it. I'll be down there.
I hear it's a great car. It's another bucket list track like here and like Road Atlanta. So I'll make it eventually.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you.
Bill.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
It's all you, buddy. You're the official interviewer since your Star Spangled interview a couple days ago.
I'm gonna put this up.
Okay. I'm watching you guys come from like a billionth and just dropping and dropping and dropping. It's, you know, you got your stops down, and I'm telling the guys in the booth, I'm like, dude, they're gonna come up on the podium. No, they're just way too far behind. I sound gruffly, yeah. No, they're not gonna do it. How?
Well, in that situation, that was my fault because I was first driver out, and I still don't know exactly what happened. I spewed cars coming up here, and after you can watch the video, unfortunately it paused right where we hit, so I don't.
G-force.
And in doing that, a wheel and messed up the front out for 12 to 13 laps, redoing that, and that's what 76th place. From this, not an issue. I mean, we didn't have shooters. We didn't have to make any choice. So I hate it because if I hadn't have made that, mistake up front, we'd have been up there racing with our bank, and I think that would have been, a great, it'd be great to have a close finish, right? Just, you make those mistakes from time to time. But hey, we did fight hard. We got back, and so we're really proud of that. Plus, remember I told you we had a new driver, right? Taking Jason's place. Yusuf over here.
Where is
Yusuf? Hey, Yusuf. The neat thing I want to tell you about Yusuf.
He's hiding.
Come on over, man. So when I did an interview the other day, I told him on the team, turned fastest in our car. He beat all three of us who've been driving this car for 5 years.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
I think it was lucky more than just probably.
Did you have your eyes closed the whole time and just
Yeah, that's the time, right?
First race in our car, he beats all three of us.
So he's got more stints.
Yeah, he can have more stints next time. That's right. We'll put him in for the clutch.
All right, so did he ruin your, because I know we have a fast guy on our team. He really screws up my fuel much.
No.
Because the faster you go, the more fuel you use.
No, he did.
It wasn't that much faster.
Oh, okay.
It was in the ballpark. So.
Yeah, but it was. Now we know I can go faster. It's us old guys that are driving need to step it up, right?
Yeah, that's right. Who's your sponsors?
Who are our sponsors? So the biggest one, Mr. Sponsor Man.
PPS Automotive has stickers on the side of our car, and everybody should visit PPS Automotive in
Cary, Indiana?
Cary, North Carolina.
Cary, North Carolina.
That's right.
Dude, I've been up 40 hours.
Yep.
Where are you guys racing at next?
AMP?
I think we're going to try to make
Is the championship is at AMP, right?
Right.
And then we have the December race here. So that's our next two.
So why don't you guys go down to like Sebring? See, I want to get all the stars to Sebring.
I would love to do Sebring. I'd much rather do that than Daytona. So can do that.
What do you think of it?
We picked one new track here. Sebring's on the. Maybe we'll.
Technically, what would you think about a 4-hour at Sebring?
You better have some equipment that can take a beating, right? Because that place will really beat you up.
That will separate the garage guys from the guys that actually can mech a car. So.
Yeah. No,
that was theory, by the way. When sort of a dream of mine. I'll actually go and race that, not report it. I will race.
Is this your car?
So, do we know the next 24 track?
Yes, we do, but we can't announce it just yet. Because
for us to need to plan.
Yeah, I know. I say the guy that would announce it's way up like this tall. Wears orange shoes. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I don't wear orange shoes.
Beer in him then.
There you go.
Talk about that. So.
All right, guys. Congrats.
All right, thanks, Bill.
Good third place.
This might be better.
You guys got fourth, right? Fifth. Back here.
Yep. No.
I don't know. We got some. Well, we're talking to everybody.
There was free.
All right, these really tall gentlemen here.
Wrong team. Jason Christ, everyone.
Second place?
Yeah, we were pretty steady second place. When I hit it out on the second stint, we were second, and we bring like a mix and all the kids that work at Bimmer World, right? So we got a lot of mixed experience.
The office, so it's not like any normal office.
No, Bimmer World guys got some pretty fast guys. So, but that's what this whole program's about. That's what James Clay and I started when you started seeing Redline and Optima and all that show up in ChumpCar. That was what that was all about was, and we did it with Real Time, the Honda guys as well. Let's make sure that the guys who work on it to come out and race and drive. So you're pretty proud when you see that level. I got sick in the middle of the night, and Phil gets in and just killed everybody. I don't know, anything's in the wet.
In the rain?
In the wet.
Oh my God,
yeah, we were like 25 seconds a lap faster than everybody, and that was just. So we were thrilled about that.
We had two in-car, the Acura and a Nissan, and we think they're going fast, and it just go insane fast.
We got some good driving. So everyone from our program, the motor was a little bit down on power when your very first stint. James Colborn put in an awesome, and I just can't say enough. There's so many of the people that are involved in this that come out and drive this, like Jason Chris, like Jeff Caldwell, James Colborn, that support this. all the kids that work at Bimmer World can get drive, so they all support it. So it's can't thank everyone enough. World and Redline Oil, Optum batteries, Lifeline Fire, the Lifeline event. We brought Lifeline to ChumpCar, years ago when Jim Morris first came to Daytona. So those guys are all watching back in England. Yeah. And we couldn't be thrilled enough. This was a tough. The night stuff here, not just because of the rain, but there were so many E30s that we need to get them some Redline and get some ring seal because there was like a fog tunnel of smoke, and that's what really got me sick. And just the humidity and all that. It was like, it was horrible.
And it was,
it was hot. It only cooled down 10 degrees from the start to the time I got in at midnight. So it's a difficult race, but favorite places. This is the best of this type of stuff. This is what we all look forward to. And most importantly, the reason we came here was to beat this E46 right in front of you.
I know.
And at least we're all here. We're all buddies. Yeah. But we said, I'll love you tomorrow. Be overnight. Yeah. So they said, we hope you finish second. And we did.
Yeah, ahead of them.
So the entire internet that sees this stands that. Evan, Jason, and Jesse, and all those guys, they were the winners of this race. They should have been, but they got taken out by that Corvette, and that was into that. So
what happened to the front end here?
Oh, Drew had just he had a little off an oak tree and got off. It's still and got it all wrapped. Really, no complication. I was in the 19s in that final stint, and the arrow wasn't screwed. It was fun straight away. So So. We're okay.
So you've already mentioned you're be racing next.
You got to look at that. I'm sure that the guys from Bimmer World will all come out and do the championship or races here at VIR. We did walk in. Right. Next year and
Sebring.
That'd be fun too. We've never done that race. The bucket list track. Car was bucket list races and at Road America. That's one I know we'd like to do, but we've all got, just like everyone got jobs.
Oh, yeah.
So it's hard for us to take time off and tow, and that Bimmerwood uses to do the pro team. So it's on this thing, we probably need to replace our motor because there's some fast out there just to get another job. This one's Daytona 2 or 3 years ago. This was super. You guys doing all the cover rush for 24.
Well, congrats, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Glad to see you guys up. See you beat that E6.
Yeah,
Jason Tower, get over here.
He said, I hope you guys are second.
What happened?
He said, I hope you guys are second.
Corvette. That happened. What happened?
We had two things.
The Corvette.
That happened. We had two things. It's a Saturday afternoon, and we had no solution for night. So our window up massively. We had rain next them, and then we put brand new windshield wipers on it in the summer, which makes the rain next get all sticky. Learn there. On it, we were like in the middle of the night. So we got there, right? That's no one else.
We had in-car video from the Acura and from I forget what it was, the 300ZX, and here goes this red BMW, just flies by, and I'm thinking E6 should follow too because and it should be able to handle it.
We our guys that couldn't see anything.
Is it a lighting issue or
no? It was the frost. We have no heater. But the film, the electric film, we didn't.
Okay. Shame that, aren't you?
Shame on us. Yeah. So between those two things, hurt us a great deal. But we're 91, 90. Say that
97.
So.
Comment. All right.
It's official.
24 hours. I'm going to go ahead and call it. Going to be at the tech shed in about 10 minutes. Great job, guys.
So there it is. The race is official.
I for complaining. We wanted the win. We came here
Broken up audio, folks.
Those two things aside, we certainly had the pace. We drivers, we had the prep, we had everything else. But sometimes sings your song, and sometimes she curses at you.
Who's your drivers this weekend?
Were myself, Evan Levine, Peter Komick. Those are the three car owners. Drivers were Jason Christ, Jesse Clark, fellow BMW, NASA, etc. club racers, all very experienced drivers, all BMW guys, all E46 guys. So a bit of a fair, and we had the lineup. We just didn't quite go our way. But considering the hit the car took, and when that happened, I was immediately on the radio and said, guys, big shunt. Okay, the car's, we're done. It's over. We're going home.
You know, I didn't realize how. Holy crap! Yeah, that's big.
I immediately said, we're done.
Yeah,
this is over. And after the driver is the one who saved us, because he came over and said, can you drive it back? And I said, oh, there's no way. I said, it's making a horrible noise. He goes, yeah, give me a second. He goes and gets this 5-foot-long pry bar. He rips the bumper off, and he goes and pulls the front fender out, and lo and behold, the car drove. I drove it back. We checked the alignment. We had to fix the hood, the lights, and a few other things. But we were back 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't remember how long it was. Fried car for almost 2 hours. And we had no cool blowers. The heat affected us more than we thought. We knew it was going to be hot. We didn't. We thought, oh, it's only going to be back in that be, right?
Who's racing that next?
I believe our next race is AMP, right? Yeah. Does that sound right? I think that's the next one on our calendar. So that gives us a few more all straightened. And
so when are you going to go down to Sebring?
For ChumpCar?
Yeah. There's some people down there that have kind of dominated that area. We want to take it away from them.
I ticked that box a few years ago when another team that ran in Integra asked me to drive with them. So I got to tick the Sebring box.
It's a badass course, man.
Yeah, it's also a 13-hour drive, and it's pretty brutal. I just started a new job. I don't really see that.
All I hear is excuses, Kevin Smith.
I don't really see it happen. Honestly, if I go to any Sebring race, I'm supposed to go to the NASA one. I'm the Speccy 46 director, so I'm supposed to go to that one. I don't even know if I'm gonna pull that one off. So
it's a long drive.
I wish I could say I would be there, but odds are I will not.
Well, you're getting close to that age of retiring. You can head out.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Congrats, man. Let's go up here. We'll get ready for that. Hey guys, we're done here. We're gonna go to the award ceremony here in a few 10 minutes, I believe it was. Back to you guys. Except I just saw Doc down here. We're gonna send it back to you, Paul. It's been fun, man.
All right, so that's what's going on, folks. Thanks for sticking with us here. We're gonna, if you want to stick around a little bit longer, though, we're gonna have the awards ceremony, which is always a lot of fun. And yeah, it's a pretty heavy hit that guy took on that car, isn't it? Got some photos there. Doc is down there snapping some shots of it, and I was able to pull it up. You can see that's a big hit. I'm not surprised that when he took that hit that he didn't think, okay, we're not, we're done.
Pictures of the winners. I have to do pictures of the winners.
Pretty crazy, isn't it? Let's see if I got any more pictures from down there. That's pretty insane. Yeah, this is the shot from the drive machine that I was talking about a little bit earlier, the one that was stranded, and they just backed it up. They went underneath the start-finish line and just backed it up and drove the other way into the paddock. Pretty crazy. So we'll go back and take a look at our running order here. They're going to be doing the award ceremony here pretty soon. Everybody's tired and they want to go home. So there it is. Our Bank Racing takes the win out here. And yeah, you could, if you couldn't hear really well, he's absolutely thrilled. I mean, he does. He really enjoyed it. He had a great time, and he was singing a lot of praise for his guys, and rightly so. Those guys did a great job. Bimmerline finished second. Simon Says in third. They had some kind of a problem at the beginning of the race. He was trying to describe what took place, blamed himself, and then they climbed back up. So they were pretty happy with that. Talked to the Toyota guys, Hong North, Grumpy Butt. Talked to Foxy Tires. Yeah, so in the E46. So, and I think those were the guys that got into that touched the wall, and we were watching them try to pound that out and get it sorted out so they could get that car back out on track. So here you can see the award ceremony starting to spool up already.
Yeah. You live on Facebook? No, not on Facebook, on Stump. Wait, no, I'm supposed to be watching the watches.
So it won't be long now. We'll get this done. We just got to get everybody set up. There's one of the Lifeline fire suppression systems down there at the feet of Mike. So they're probably going to be giving that away. So there's going to be a lot of awards given away here, and this is where they're going to get the watches as well. So you can see just to the right of Bill's head are the yellow boxes with the watches in it. Unfortunately, I can't talk to him to tell him to go over there and get some shots of it. But yeah, this is a big deal. Big day for our bank racing. Slam dunk for those guys. And quite a recovery for Simon Says.
It's on.
Man, what a race. That was crazy. The Lifeline 24-hour classic at VIR.
You are watching the ChumpCar World Series broadcast, ChumpCast Live.
So if this looks like something you'd like to become a part of or get involved in, you can. You can go to the ChumpCar website. There's opportunities there for you to get involved. You can volunteer. You can get signed up into the forum and get to meet some people, get connected, and be a driver. Or start up your own team. So this might be a little choppy, but I think we'll get the gist of it here. We're going to get the photos and all of that, so it ought to be a good time. There you can see the watches in the yellow boxes just up to the right there. No, you can't. I got to switch to it. There we go. Yeah, it's super choppy, Dan. I don't know. Unfortunately, I really can't get a message to him. We don't have our bridge is broken, so I'll send a message. I don't know if it'll get through though. Yeah, stick with us, folks. I'm sorry, I need to do a few quick things here, a little bit of maintenance as we head off. We should be getting Mike up here shortly. I got to let Andrea know who won the $200 in racer credits.
I don't think this is the one you did.
Yes, I didn't forget about you. Get Andrea to contact you.
Everybody out. Are we doing everybody, right?
I can't get off. I gotta watch the watches. Oh yeah, you tried to play that off. It's all stabbed. No one's gonna see this. My butt is soaked. You would have heard the way Lizzie was talking about the watches. My butt. You sat on that. You sat on that. I don't look.
Yeah, stick with us, everybody. You'll be coming up here shortly. We're just about ready to begin. Just taking care of a little bit of maintenance here. Want to make sure this person gets their $200 credit to their account.
Gravity helps. I've been picking up parts of my knees for hours.
We've been working together for years, never stop and actually get a picture of each other.
Christmas cards.
There we go. Better. Come on. Now. Look at this. We gotta move on here. Come on. Then she can do it right now.
All right, folks, so we're getting ready to start our ceremony here.
Right. Now we're started. We just finished another 24 hours at Virginia International Raceway. Congratulations, everybody. Mother Nature threw it first at us. We started, we ran right through it, and we finished. And right now, it's actually not that bad outside. I'll watch from home. All right, guys. Quick reminder, transponders. Catherine has got I've got transponders missing from Chandler's, both your cars. John Allen Special, and that's her husband's team. 91 Motorsports, Most Racing, Plan C Racing, and World Class Motorsport Livers. You guys got our transponders? We got your credit cards. Please bring them up here. You need something else too. All right. Starting off, a thank you to all the people that made this possible this weekend, all those volunteers and those orange the VIR staff that stayed up all night long. Off well, safe. Thank you so much. Interesting story. Was here and he wasn't supposed to be. He was using the shop press wheel bearings in for somebody's car. I don't know who that was. You should get him some beer. He was really nice. That's out here, no charge. They just want to help you guys out. All right, let's start off with some secondary awards, some fun stuff, things we noticed. We have lots of things to look at for 24 hours straight. So, middle of the night, we had a team that had a hard time keeping it. Many of you driving it noticed probably was raining pretty hard. It's a big challenge, but this seemed to have a little more trouble than normal. We ended up getting, I think, Dana said 10 calls in 2 hours. So it didn't out in the dark. Didn't get stuck, thankfully. So I Tag Spin Cycle Award to car number 2, Motorsports Endurance Team.
Yay!
They may be loading it on a trailer. If you see them at the red car 215, we've got a trophy for them. All there? So they're going to hear my voice here. No. All right. Another one. I've not given this award before, but thought about it this weekend now. It just jumped out. It's loud working pit road. A lot of you guys go back to your RV. My staff stands out all weekend long. Some got the headsets on, some don't. And despite some of your best efforts, a lot of your cars are not very, very quiet. So when a car comes along it's this weekend I had a that I swore was electric, make any noise at all. So I'm going to give my electric side to car number 704 HMS Motorsports. Able to hear me though, because they're. It was a gray BMW E30. Whenever we have 5 or more EC cars, we award a first trophy to EC7 this weekend. I would have had more out of 97 cars, but just 7 EC cars. First place in the EC goes to car number 1, BBY Racing.
Hey.
There you guys are.
For the camera, guys.
And we'll get that for you. Please don't.
Yeah, that. Except those BMW are passing you.
Yeah. Working on that. Me less. We'll bring a mustard. Right here. Thanks a lot.
Congratulations, guys. Nice shirts. I like that. Team unity.
And it's
all right. Awards. Got a couple this weekend. First, what we've got. And what I'll start by saying, here's what we do. I do not assign these to anybody. Somebody's hands that doesn't want it. So if you and this sounds like it's you're going to spend the in your hands. A $100 gift certificate here for Frozen. Looking for a new set of rotors after 24 hours. Nobody. Brand new rotors. Everybody's good? I got a hand in the back there. Come on up. All ours, by the way. Your brakes are shot. Congratulations. Next, I have... Finish that one there last. All right. I have got... Title sponsor RVA Graphics gives a $100 gift certificate for anything they make. Helmet wrap, hood wrap. Hey, you maybe want your vehicle wrapped. $100 off. I got a hand right there, I see. Come on up. All right, and event sponsor this weekend, Lifeline Fire Systems. I have a $100 gift certificate off a purchase for anything there. To hand. Am I getting a hand over here? Everybody's pretty silent over here. Come on up. You can buy 2 fire bottles with that. Speaking of which, at the driver's meeting yesterday morning, Lifeline said they want to draw a team name. Pick your choice, system or bottle. The team chose the system, and Lifeline took the bottle back, and he came to me during the race. He says, we just want to get rid of that bottle. We'll do a random drawing. So I asked the assistant here, I said, can you pick a number for me? She says 18. And I says, why? She says, because I'm 18 and I like the number 18. So we looked down the list and we want to find who finished 18th, and car number, what was it? 189. There you go. Schumacher Taxi Service to win our handheld Nova. Enjoy. Hopefully you don't have to use it, but if you do. All right. Our class awards. If a class winner was on the podium, they get a plaque, a special plaque on their big trophy. If they were not on the overall podium, they get a dedicated smaller trophy here. Our A-class winner this weekend was car number 218, RRT.
Make sure you're right. Oh, yeah. Are you ready? Yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right. We'll get to B and C shortly. Our D class winner this weekend was car number 95, one piece at a time. My favorite.
Thank you so much. See you guys.
Later, Ben.
Congratulations, guys. All right. Our podium finishers this weekend. In 5th place, we had car number 346, Foxy Tires. They're in the sun. That happens.
Toughen up them hands, boys.
Not the hottest rotor we felt this weekend.
All right.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Nice run. All right, our 4th place finisher, car number 163, Kong North Bumpy Butt.
I see a BMW.
Everybody surrounds.
Do one of these? All right, cool.
For the other radios. Wow, later. What do you mean? Thank you. From yesterday or what? Okay. Finisher, car number 63, Simon Says, also our B class winner for the weekend. Start sweating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, still beat time. All right. Congratulations, guys. That right? All right. Our second car 336 Bimmerline. Rain and dark than anybody. Ah.
It's the mustache.
Good run. All right. And after 24 hours and over 500 laps, VIR, also our C-Class winner, our bank rate.
Yay!
I also need Our bank was also running a set of Maxxis VR1 tires, so they get to win more for running them. Hold your Maxxis side. Oh yeah, and of course, they're staring at them as the promise. Instead of 4 watching, hopefully they only had 4 drivers.
I know where they're going. Number 1, YGBSM. Did monster stint in the rain against you guys, which you guys, that rule. That rule.
Fast.
Who's Ayrton Senna? Like, one of you guys. Me? I don't know anything like that, dude. You deserve everything. The squirrel. And
The driver.
hold on to it for now.
Oh well. Congratulations, guys. Good run.
Thank you. Great job. This is the toughest race, so great job. You good?
Good?
You good?
Guys.
You know what they forgot? I'll give Al about that later. All right. Our final award, our Chandler School Sportsmanship Award, we like to give out to the team that exhibits sportsmanship, attitude, fun to be around, because we know you can get testy and you're hot and you're tired, but these guys, they just always got a smile on their face. This weekend, I got a report from my staff on pit, the team that were helping others, not just one team, not 6 teams came up. These guys helped us. They gave us parts. They sold us some stuff. Didn't have, kept us mechanics down there, diagnosed problems. That is what I call the sportsmanship right there. So I've got our Chandler Sportsmanship Award for car number 157, No More Money Racing.
Yay!
And one of these 5 people just turned 20 today. I'll let you.
Mine's video. There you go.
Excellent job, guys. Thanks for one. All of today's awards come with an invitation to the, I announced, so this championship, we're holding the Chandler School Award. That is an invitation to the championship this fall. In case you haven't yet, or you decide on the way home today that you're ready to start talking about it, next week's Rick Gingerman, I basically have 2 spots left. Room at Thompson, Connecticut. Both of those are $600. Can't find racing for less money than that. So if you're interested, call me, ask me a question. I'll let you know, and we'll get you signed up. Remember those transponders. Call your name, get those into us. Andrew or Kathy, any other shirt has your credit cards. We'll get you taken care of. Otherwise, everybody, it's been a wonderful and have a safe drive home.
Hi, ChumpCar folks. Thanks for watching us this weekend. We got myself and Doc Waldrop here. Thanks for staying up with us all.
That was fun. That was fun talking to you. Cricking my neck from looking right all the time.
I can't hear anything anymore.
Yeah, I can imagine. We got to give a shout out to the man.
Yes, Paul Velt back at the studio. He kicked some ass this weekend. Actually, for the last month.
Yeah.
Whole show together.
Talked us in out of the clouds when we which I liken to putting the inmates in charge of the asylum.
I have
pretty damn good.
Yeah, I do too, you know. Sorry, Paul.
Y'all
much respect for Paul because that was things I've done in ChumpCar. So, all right, on behalf of Doc and I at Raceway, thank you Lifeline for sponsoring the 24-hour classic at VIR.
One quick more word. our YouTube site. Subscribe to us, please. This is all there. A lot of this broadcast to Facebook, broadcast there for a while. Please go ahead and share our views. I asked for. We had 5 shares on this last segment. So I opened my big mouth as usual. I said, hey, guys, would y'all look? There's 48 of y'all. There were like 92 people that had liked it. 48 people were watching. Within like a minute, I said, come on, guys, take either your left or your right hand, hit that share button. And sure enough, we immediately jumped up to like 28 shares.
Too cool. So we want to thank Redline Motor Oil, or Redline Synthetic Oil, for sponsoring us this weekend. Us.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, all right. So we may have lost the feed there. We'll try and stick with it here. But, a big shout-out to Lifeline, 24-hour classic at VIR. Thanks for everybody for sticking with us and for our broadcast presented by Lifeline. Fire and Safety Systems, champions of safety. I'm Paul Belton. We will see you at Sebring. Take it easy, everybody.
You are watching the ChumpCar World Series broadcast, ChumpCast Live.